Did you know that we need to walk in the ancient paths? In Jeremiah 6:16 it says, "Thus saith Yahuwah, stand ye in the ways and see and ask for the ancient paths, where is the good way, and walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your souls." And then the last part of this verse says, "We will not walk therein." Do not be those people. Ask. I pray that you ask for the ancient paths. See, on Isaiah, it's prophesied that what will happen in the future hasn't happened yet. What will happen in the future? It shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of Yahweh's house shall be established in the top of the mountains and shall be exalted above the hills, and the nations shall flow unto it. And many people shall go and say, "Come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of Yahweh, and to the house of Elohi and Yaakov, and he shall teach us his ways, and we will walk in his paths." These are the ancient paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the Torah and the word of Yahweh from Jerusalem. Even in Micah 4, "But in the last days it shall come to pass that the mountain of the house of Yahweh shall be established in the top of the mountains, and it shall be exalted above the hills, and people shall flow into it. And many nations shall come and say, Come, and let us go up to the mountain of Yahweh, and to the house of Elohi of Yaakov, and he will teach us his ways, and we will walk in his paths." What paths? The ancient paths. You need to ask for these ancient paths and not be the ones that reject them. "For the Torah shall go forth out of Zion, and the word of Yahweh from Jerusalem." If you go down to verse 5, "For all people will walk, everyone in the name of Elohim, and will walk in the name of Yahweh Elohim, forever and ever." If you go to the prophet of Ezekiel 35, "Moreover, the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of Adam, set your face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it, and say unto it, Thus says Adonai Yahweh, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against you. I will stretch out my hand against you, and I will make you most desolate. I will lay your cities waste, and you shall be desolate, and you shall know that I am Yahweh, because you have had a perpetual hatred and have shed the blood of the children of Yasharel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, says Yahweh, I will prepare you unto blood, and blood shall pursue you, since you have not hated blood, even blood shall pursue you. Thus I will make you most desolate, and cut you off from him that passes out, and him that returns. And I will fill his mountains with slain men in your hills, and in your valleys, and in your rivers, and they shall fall that are slain with the sword. And I will make perpetual desolations, and you shall not return, and you shall know that I am Yahweh. Because you have said, These two nations, these two countries shall be mine, and we will possess it. And Yahweh was there." You can go ahead and read the rest of that. I'm going to go on to chapter 36 and read some more things out of this. Chapter 36, "And O son of man, prophesying to the mountains of Yasharel, and say, Ye mountains of Yasharel, hear the word of Yahweh. Thus says Yahweh, because the enemy has said against you, Ahai, even the ancient high places are ours in possession. Therefore prophesy and say, Thus says Adonai Yahweh, because thou have made you desolate, swallowed up every side, that you might be a possession unto the remnant of the heathen, you are taken up in the lips of the talkers, and the infamy of the people. Therefore, you mountains of Yasharel, hear the word of Yahweh. Thus says Yahweh to the mountains and to the hills, to the rivers, and to the valleys, and to the desolate wastes, and the cities that are forsaken, which become a prey and derision to the remnant of the heathen that are round about it. Thus says Yahweh, Surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the remnant of the heathen, and against Edom, which have appointed my land into their possession with the joy of their heart, with the spiteful minds to cast out for a prey. Prophesy therefore concerning the land of Israel, and say unto the mountains, and unto the hills, and to the rivers, and to the valleys, Thus says Yahweh, Behold, I have spoken in my jealousy and in my fury, because you have borne the shame of the heathen. Therefore, thus says Yahweh, I have lifted up my hand. Surely the heathen that are about you, they shall bear their shame. But ye, O mountains of Yisrael, you shall shoot forth your branches, yield your fruit to my people of Yisrael, and they are at hand to come. For behold, I am for you. I will turn unto you, and you shall be tilled and sown, and I will multiply men unto you in the house of Yisrael, and even all of it, and the cities shall be inhabited, and the wastes shall be built. And I will multiply upon you man and beast, and they shall increase and bring fruit. And I will settle after you old estates, and you will do better unto you than at your beginnings. Do you hear that? I will do better unto you than at your beginnings, and you shall know that I am Yahweh. Hallelujah. Yea, I will cause men to walk upon you, even my Yasharel, and they shall possess you, and you shall be inheritance, and you shall no more henceforth bereave them of men. Thus says Yahweh, because they say unto you, your land devour up men, and have bereaved your nations. Therefore you shall devour men no more, neither bereave your nations any more, says Yahweh. Neither will I cause men to hear you in the shame of the heathen anymore, neither shall you bear the reproach of the people anymore. Hallelujah! Neither shall you cause your nations to fall anymore, says Yahweh. Moreover, the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of Adam, when the house of Israel dwelt in their own land, they defiled it by their own way and by their doings. Their way was before me as uncleanness of a removed woman. Wherefore I poured my fury upon them for the blood that they shed upon the land, for the idols therefore they had polluted, and I scattered them among the heathen, and they were dispersed through the countries, according to their ways and according to their doings I judged them. And when they entered into the heathen, whither they went, they profaned my holy name. They started calling them other names. When they said unto them, These are the people of Yahweh, and go forth out of the land, but I had pity for my set apart name, which the house of Israel had profaned among the heathen, whither they went. Therefore say unto the house of Yisrael, Thus says Yahweh, I do this for your sakes, O house of Yisrael, but for my set apart name's sake, which you have profaned among the heathen, whither you went. And I will sanctify my great name, which is Yahweh. It's not God. It's not Baal. It's not Lord. It's none of those things. His name has been hidden, and it's been revealed. His name is Yahweh, which was profaned among the heathen, which you have profaned in the midst of them. And the heathen shall know that I am Yahweh, says Yahweh. When I shall be sanctified in you before their eyes, I will take you from among the heathen. It's coming, people. And gather you out of all the countries, and will bring you into your own land. Then I will sprinkle clean water upon you, and you shall be clean from all your filthiness, and from all your idols I will cleanse you. A new heart also I will give you, a new ruach I will put within you, and I will take away the stony heart of flesh, and I will give you a heart of flesh, and I will put my ruach within you, and cause you to walk in my statutes, and you shall guard my judgments and do them. And you shall dwell in the land that I gave your fathers, and you shall be my people, and I will be your Elohim. I will also save you from all your uncleanness. I will call you for the grain, and will increase it, and lay no famine upon you. And I will multiply the fruit of the tree, and the increase of the field, and that you shall receive no more reproach of famine among the heathen. Then shall you remember your own evil ways and your doings that were not good, and shall loathe yourselves in your own sight for your iniquities and for your abominations. Not for your sakes do I this, says Yahweh, Be it known unto you, be ashamed and confounded by your own ways, O house of Yisrael. Thus says Yahweh, in the day that I have cleansed you from all your iniquities, I will cause you to dwell in the cities, and the wastes shall be built, and the desolate land shall be tilled. Wherefore it lay desolate in the sight of all that passed. And they shall say, the land that was desolate is become like the garden of Eden. The garden of Eden. And the waste and desolate ruined cities are become fenced, are inhabited. Then the heathen that are left around about you shall know that I, Yahweh, built the ruined places and plant that was desolate, and I, Yahweh, have spoken and will do it. Thus says Yahweh, I will yet for this be inquired of by my house of Yisrael and do it for them. I will increase them with men like a flock, as the set apart flock is the flock of Jerusalem. And in solemn feasts, so shall the waste cities be filled like flocks of men, and they shall know that I am Yahweh. Far too long our people have been destroyed and killed. The 12 tribes scattered abroad have been desolated to the point where they brought in these lawless religions. They slaughtered my people, and their blood cries out from the ground. And when that great day comes of the great resurrection, and he sets up his kingdom here on the earth, they will live again. And I speak and I prophesy unto the living house of Yisrael that are scattered abroad. The hand of Yahweh was upon me, says Ezekiel in chapter 37, and carried me out in the Ruach, Yahweh, and set me down in the midst, which was full of bones, and caused me to pass by them round about, and behold, there were very many in the open valley, and lo, they were very dry. And he said unto me, Son of Adam, can these bones live? And I answered, O Yahweh, you know. And again he said unto me, prophesy upon these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of Yahweh. Thus says Yahweh unto these bones, behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and you shall live. And I will lay sinews upon you, and bring upon you flesh, bring flesh upon you, and cover you with skin and breath in you, and you shall live, and you shall know that I am Yahweh. So I prophesied, and I was commanded, and I prophesied. There was a noise. Here it comes. This is the day we have the hope that's set before us, people. In Romans 11, we've been grafted into the vine. We've been grafted into Israel. And behold, a shaking, and the bones came together, bone to his bone. And when I beheld, the sinews of flesh came upon them, and the skin covered them, and there was no breath in them. Then saith he unto me, prophesy unto the wind. Prophesy, son of Adam, and say to the wind, thus says Yahweh, come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe upon these slain that they may live. So I prophesied, and he commanded me, and breath came into me, and they lived and stood upon their feet, an exceedingly great army. Then he said unto me, Son of Adam, these bones are the whole house of Yisrael. And behold, they say, our bones are dried, and our hope is lost, and we are cut off for our parts. Therefore prophesy and say to them, thus says Yahweh, behold, O my people, I will open their graves. Get up and do a dance, people. I will open their graves, and I will cause you to come out of your graves, and I will bring you into the land of Yisrael. Woo! And you shall know that I am Yahweh, and I have opened your graves, O my people, and brought you out of your graves. And you shall shall put my ruach in you, and you shall live, and I will place you in your own land, and you shall know that I, Yahweh, have spoken it and performed it, says Yahweh. The word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, moreover, I love that, moreover, son of Adam, take ye one stick and write upon it for Yahudah and for the children of Israel, his companions. Then take another stick and write upon it for Yosef, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel, his companions, and join them together. The Messiah came for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. and join them one another into one stick, and they shall become one in your hand. And when the children of your people shall be saying, will you not show us what these mean? Say unto them, thus says Yahweh, behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Yisrael, and his fellows, and will put them with him, even the stick of Yehuda, and make them one stick. And ye shall be in my hand, and the sticks therein you shall write will be in your hand before your eyes. And thus saith unto you, says Yahweh, behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen, whether they be gone, and will gather them on every side and bring them into their own land. And I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel, and one king shall be king unto them all. And they shall be no more two nations, neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms anymore at all. Neither shall they defile themselves with their idols, nor will they do detestable things, nor will they any of their transgressions, but I will save them out of all their dwelling places wherein they have sinned, and will cleanse them. So shall they be my people, and I will be their Elohim. And David, my servant, shall be king over them, and they shall all have one shepherd, and shall walk into my judgments, and guard my statutes, and do them. And they shall dwell in the land. You understand, the Messiah is going to sit on the throne of David, and they shall dwell in the land that I give unto them, unto Yaakov, my servant, wherein their fathers have dwelt, and they shall dwell therein, even they and their children and their children's children forever. And my servant David shall be their prince forever. Moreover, I will cut a covenant of peace with them, and it shall be an everlasting covenant, and I will place them and multiply them and set them, my sanctuary, in the midst of them forever. You see people try to say this has happened now already with a physical state, but do you see his sanctuary in the midst of them forever right now? No, this is coming. My tabernacle also shall be with them, and I will be their Elohim, and they shall be my people. And the heathen shall know that I, Yahweh, do sanctify, set apart Yasharel, when my sanctuary shall be in the midst of them forever. That's the hope that's set before us, people. This is what we have to look forward to. He's bringing the 12 tribes scattered abroad together. He's going to bring the two sticks and make them one. And his sanctuary is going to dwell in the midst of us forever. He's the mighty one of Yisrael. He's the mighty one of Yisrael. His voice shall be heard in the power of his word. He's the mighty one of Yisrael. He brought us out of Egypt. He destroyed Pharaoh's army in the Red Sea. And he's going to bring us back to his holy mountain and set up his sanctuary in the midst of us forever. He's the mighty one of Yisrael. He's the mighty one of Yisrael. So just know, people, that we're in that time when the devil, Hasatan, knows he has a short time. And it says in the book of Revelation that he releases a flood after those that keep the commandments of Yahweh. So know that. Don't think it's strange when a fiery trial comes upon you. We have to remember our ancestors that came before us, the valley of dry bones, their blood cries out, and he's going to raise them out of their graves, and we're all going to be one people again. That means you're going to see your great-great-great-great-grandpa. If you're Indian or Native American, you're going to see your tribes. If you're from Scottish, their tribes you're going to see. You're going to see every walk of life, every tongue, every nation, everything come together to those that receive his son that he sent and walk in his ways, because it says in the book of Revelation, the last chapter, that those that love his law, his Torah, shall be able to enter into the city. And just know that there's 12 gates. Not one of them says Christian. It says the 12 tribes of Israel on it. Which gate are you going to enter? So the thing is that just know, read Romans chapter 11 and realize that you need to be grafted and renounce these worldwide religions that have made you lawless, that have drawn you away from the truth. They've built universities that lied to you, that explained away what's going to happen here, this promise that's set before us. So pray. Do nothing but be a light. Those that are soul winners, and Daniel says that they shall shine as bright as the stars. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Father, I just pray in the mighty name that if someone's listening to this and they don't have any hope, that you place hope in them. If they don't have any strength, that you place strength in them, Father. That you strengthen them. That you get them to realize that what's set before us, that those that endure till the end shall be saved. And those that call upon my name shall be saved. And I just pray in the mighty name of Yahushua that you realize who you are, that you walk in it, that you stand in it, and most importantly, that you ask of him, Father, teach me to walk in your ancient paths. And cause me not to reject those ancient paths, Father, because it will come to pass. It shall come to pass. It says here in 1 Peter 4:7, but the end of all things is at hand. Be therefore sober and watch unto prayer. And above all things have fervent love among yourselves, for love shall cover the multitude of sins. Use hospitality one to another without grudging, and every man has received the gift, even so minister the same to one another as good stewards of the manifold grace of Yahweh. If any man speaks, let him speak as the oracles of Yahweh. And if any man minister, let him do it as the ability which Yahweh gives him. That Yahweh in all things may be glorified, that Yahushua HaMashiach, to him be praise and dominion forever and ever. Walk in your calling. Walk in your ways and be in prayer. Love each other. Let's stop the division and let's walk in unity. Let's get along. Let's have one common ground. That our goal is to do the Great Commission and to bring these people in to the vine of the Nazarene. I am the vine, and you are the branches, the Nazarene. Branches is Nazarene. Hallelujah. You be blessed.